Hello, my fellow broke aristocrats. It's me, Dr. Whimsy, and today I'm doing a grocery haul, and we're talking a little bit about frugal living, grocery hauls, and how you can live below the median but be healthier, happier in every way because of it. So this was my weekly shopping. I didn't have to spend this much money. I could have reduced it. I could have bought less organic and more conventional. And so I always tell people, just go with what you can afford. If you can't say, look, folks, I can't afford organic right now. I've been there. You know, taxes are due. You buy conventional. Look at your budget. But in terms of going organic, you want to look at the dirty dozen. So those crops that are most heavily sprayed. Today I got out of Safeway with spending $80.74. And so Mila is fast wanting to explore everything. So in terms of the vegetables that I got, I have talked about the fact that every broke aristocrat always has the three celery and onions, and make sure you've also got some carrots. I got all of those I got the organics. I got everything organic except the onions. Onions are sometimes called the dirty dozen, but sometimes not. I think they're for the most part safe. Carrots, it's a root vegetable. I just want to get that organic. Same with celery. I had a friend whose birds died eating conventional celery, poisoned from the pesticides, excuse me. So after that, I just decided to go with that. And organic lettuce. Again, these are leaves that can be sprayed, and for that reason, I went organic. Russet potatoes, also organic, $3.49 for the russets. And I also bought a ton of other organic stuff as well. Some Honeycrisp apples, organic, $2.84 a pound. Red cabbage, $1.10 a pound. $1.99 a pound. I got that cut in half. And the rainbow carrots, $3.49. Yeah, celery, $3.99. Like I said, this stuff can be expensive. If you can get it cheaper, try also if you have like Latino markets or those types of markets, Sikh markets, you can sometimes get great deals if you're willing to go conventional. Mushrooms, I went non-conventional. These should be part of your diet. Remember, when you're shopping, you always want to pick up greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, nuts, and seeds. You are a broke aristocrat. It doesn't cost a lot of money to eat this way. You don't have to get sick. Mushrooms are really important. They will decrease your risk of certain types of cancers. People who eat mushrooms are at less risk of getting things like pancreatic cancer, for example. So usually they should be cooked, sauteed. Don't eat them raw. And you can saute them, and you can put them on a salad. You can put them in anything. And they should be an important part of your diet. So when you're shopping, always remember, do I have greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, nuts, and seeds? One of the fun things that I like to do in terms of just having something around, this is something that my mother always kept around, is raisins. They can go in cookies, cakes, pies, salads, a lot of stews, Indian food, like when I make biryani. I love biryani. That's rice. I will throw in nuts like almonds and raisins. Some people will put in currants. I think that's a little too fancy. I just use raisins. So I think the raisins came to something like $3.49. Definitely worth it because they're versatile. Yogurt, I just went with a conventional. If you can go organic, great. The yogurt was on sale, $2.79. So that was a good purchase. A couple different kinds of vegetables, like I said. I got a couple of conventional oranges. Oranges are not something that gets sprayed, and so you can go ahead and purchase your navel or any kind of oranges that are on sale. Remember that the navel oranges, $2.71 for the navel oranges. Remember, they are in season this time of year, and you can go conventional on those. Here is a little something for my cat, Mila. Mila, here you go. It's for you. This is something that she absolutely loves. This is her grass. It runs a couple of bucks. It doesn't live very long in our house, and so for that reason, we have to replace it every week or so. Meat is a big issue. You know, if you are looking to get protein in your body, I don't think canned meat is the way to go unless it's just canned chicken unprocessed or something like that. If it's just the meat, then that's fine. But these processed meats like Spam, etc., are extremely dangerous. They can contain nitrates, which again is associated with conditions like pancreatic cancer. So you really want to decrease your meat consumption. Remove the fat from the meat before you prepare it. Like this will be skinless. Here are some chicken legs. I prefer the dark meat. And it was $5.58 for 6 chicken legs, organic, USDA. Open Nature. I thought that was a great deal. And so, you know, if I am making a big pot of rice and I'm using 2 chicken legs, right? And I'm boiling those chicken legs down and I'm boiling those chicken legs down and I'm making a nice broth, then I should be able to get away with making a big pot of chicken and rice with just 2 legs. So what does that tell me? And from those 2 legs, I can probably get 3 to 4 servings, a couple of meals for myself. So with something like this, I will be able to make 3 dishes. This is a frugality for a single person. I'll take them up and freeze them, and then I'll be able to do biryani one night, chicken and rice one night, chicken cacciatore, whatever you like, right? Just breaking it down into different sections. Always make sure you have potatoes in your home if you're a broke aristocrat. This is one of the dirty dozen, so you will want, if you are able to afford some organic, you want to make sure that you are thinking about the potatoes as the best, as going with the best, the organics. Those are just some basic russets. I think it was 5 pounds, something like that, for $3.49. And so that's a lot of potato. Potatoes are packed with a lot of energy from the starch. And so that's a really good bang for your buck if, again, you're trying to take care of yourself and not spend a lot of money. Planet oat milk, always expensive. You know, if you're really trying to be frugal, you could try and make your own oat milk, but I went ahead and I paid for it. I think it usually runs about $5. But again, in the wonderful world of natural living, if you're making yourself a morning smoothie and you're using a cup of this type of milk to do your smoothie, total cost when we did a breakdown of our smoothies, the most expensive smoothie making it from home is not going to be more than $2 or $3. And you're not going to walk in out of McDonald's for breakfast spending $2, $3. So it's not about poverty that food is expensive. Sometimes it's just about education and about availability. If you can't get these products in your neighborhood, if you're in a neighborhood that doesn't have fresh fruits and vegetables available, but only junk food available, it's very difficult to live like this, which is why ordering bulk and making from scratch so that you do have that option is a nice idea. Of course, I did get conventional onions. Always important to have those around. Like I said, I always keep celery, onions, potatoes, and garlic and carrots around. Those are always the base of a broke aristocrat's diet. And yeah, so for again, the other reason we want to keep onions around is they contain things like quercetin, which is an anti-inflammatory, antihistamine. It's part of good, healthy living. It's a plant food, which is great for lowering cholesterol, etc. And again, if you're looking at the price, then you're looking at spending a lot less money for something like that than you would be if you're eating junk food. So, yeah, I think the onions ran a couple of bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so again, just be smart. The yogurt ran $2.79. The Planet milk ran $5.99. The eggs, I bought organic free-range eggs, $6.99. Wow, talk about expensive. So the secret for me is I just don't use them a lot. If I'm using something like organic eggs, these are $6.99. I did personally choose to go with the most expensive. They're not the most expensive, but I did choose to go with free range. I looked at the different free range and I went with the cheapest of the free range, and I got them for $6.99, $8.99 for another eggs that I was looking at. So again, don't feel bad if you can't go organic, but if you can, try to. More organics. I got some organic Honey Crisps that were on sale. Those are going to be good. I look forward to eating those. $2.84 a pound. And I wanted to get some zucchini. I've been really craving like just fried zucchini and breaded zucchini, so I'm going to make those. Also, I think that the zucchini was also organic, $2.49. Got some garlic. I think that was like a buck each. This was a nice deal. This was $3.49 each, 2 for 1. So I got and I like getting my pasta paste like this so that I don't waste. You can put the rest in the refrigerator and reuse it, take it out of the jar. It's such a hassle. So I like these squeezed ones. Cost a little bit more, but this was such a deal, 2 for 1. And then, of course, always want to get my spices. These run a couple of bucks. Great. Here's my seeds. Remember, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, nuts, and seeds are the way to go. And so that is why we got ourselves some pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds can go up or down depending upon the availability. It's not a particularly expensive thing to produce because pumpkins grow relatively easily. So $7.99. I like to toast those until they pop on low heat. And then after you move them around and pop them, add a little organic tamari, shoyu, gluten-free with it, and you'll have a nice little snack that you can put on salads, etc. And then that gives you your nuts and seeds that you want. I got a nice, this is a conventional red cabbage, some Tillamook cheese, which is expensive. Kroger sometimes has it generic, but unfortunately, Safeway does not. And again, more spices. And yeah, so that was the haul. I always keep tuna in my home, and I always keep dairy, eggs, so that if I'm hungry and I don't want to cook, I can whip up something like a tuna sandwich, a cheese sandwich, or something like that. So total cost, like I said, was $80.74. Had I not gone organic, I might have been able to have knocked $15 off the price, $15 off the price. So we'll say if you're doing this conventionally, you'll probably walk out the door with about $65, $70 in spending. And this is enough food for the week and then some. So if you're looking at the average person in the United States, they're spending $225 to $450 a month on their grocery bill. I liked this challenge for me because I was able to stay at the low end of the average and eat the same as everybody else, but still have it be healthy and in many cases organic. And that was the challenge for me. It was, can I live simply, frugally, making things from scratch, living below the national average, and still be able to eat somewhat organically? So total cost for this month of groceries came to about $225. It could have, if I had gone non-organic, I could have dropped it down to about like $180. So could I go even lower than that? Yes. if you go vegan, if there's ways I could have dropped it even more than that. But at this point, I'm pretty happy with my budget of going mostly organic for $225. And so I hope you enjoyed this haul. Hopefully it gave you some ideas about how you can live well below your means and take good care of yourself. All right, be sure and tell me what you're doing to take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.